One of the Aaron Austin Show's favorite sponsors is R&J Discount Liquor. We find they have the best selection of bourbons and whiskeys probably in town.
Yeah, make sure you get with Dustin in there. That guy knows his stuff. He'll always point you in the right direction, and everything they got there is always at a good price. It's at Douglas and Hillside. Anytime you need some booze, and on down to R&J's. Appliance Nerd, if you have any trouble with your appliances, get with 316-807-7498. Having appliance trouble sucks, and buying all new equipment is no fun either. So get with Appliance Nerd, and maybe they can get you fixed up and going again.
All Out Detox has 3 great locations in Wichita. Go check them out for 2 for $10 drug tests every day. They've been in business for 15 years, so you know you can trust them. Go all in with All Out Detox. Janelle over at Suburbs and Sass is Aaron and Austin Show's official merch provider, and I've been super impressed.
I've been super impressed too. She really has awesome merch, from glasses to t-shirts to sunglasses. If you really want to get down with us, we got those for you too as well.
If you want some custom merch, go check out Janelle at Suburbs and Sass. Hit up the Aaron and Austin Show about our merch. Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store in town. Go check out Nikki. Tell her that the Aaron and Austin Show sent you. For the best selection of gummies and the highest possible legal THC that you can find in Wichita, go check out Sacred Leaf.
Whiskey Dick's definitely an Aaron Austin Show favorite. Get out there anytime. They have specials every day on food and drinks. They got happy hour from 3 to 6. And how many whiskeys they got in that place, Aaron?
I think they have the most whiskeys in town. And every Monday you can do any whiskey under $25 a shot for half price.
I think there's 700 plus in that building or something like that.
Probably so. Be sure you visit the Jukebox on Seneca and Walker. They have great daily drink specials and karaoke and live music on the weekends. Go check out the Jukebox.
PK Pest Management. For all your pest control needs, get with Austin or contact 316-305-7108. And it's also fly season, so if you need that fly spray, get with me. Everybody loves Angie's Tacos, so get down to the Cowboy Inn at noon on Tuesdays, and now starting at the Shamrock Inn at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
On Tuesdays, you can usually find the Aaron and Austin Show hanging out at the Cowboy Inn. It's one of our favorite sponsors. Every Tuesday, they have a open mic there hosted by Jacoby Lee Winter.
So get down and check us out on Tuesday nights and check out the Cowboy Inn all the time.
Diaper Jam 2025, we don't have a whole lot of details yet, but go check it out. Every time, it's been a great night, benefiting a great cause. Lots of really good local music.
We'll probably be at Bourbon Street again this year. Get ready for Diaper Jam 2025.
Bring diapers.
Make sure you get out to 42 Below. They got 2 great locations. They're out west on Tyler in the downtown. They got a lot of creative and local glass. They got a glass blower in the back. They got a lot going on in that building. Make sure that you get everything 42 Below. Look at it. Look at us. Look at us go. Look at us go here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is back.
Allegedly is back.
Allegedly is back. What was that episode? Nick Gibbs was top 10 episode.
It was really, yeah, it was.
You were in the first 10 of the episodes we've done.
Oh, yeah.
I think like 5 or 6, I think is right where you were, somewhere around there.
It was such an honor. I got that random text message saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like,
well, I was one of the OG friends of the show, man. It's like,
well, yeah, he was one that was kind of kicking it around the school a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He was kind of coming to check out what we were doing. I was like, hey, who's this guy? And me and Nick hit it off instantly. Cool fucking cat. So I was like, man, let's get him on. And we've already, and thrown it together. He's been on a couple of even ICT shows, I think, a little bit too as well.
So
weren't you on something else?
I was on Diaper Jam.
There it is.
Yeah,
that's the one.
And then I think it was for the birds for the Nest Fest. I think you guys did the Barleycorns.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you were on that too. That was fun when we were up at the front.
Oh, man.
That was a fun night.
Now, you were talking mad shit.
Oh, dude, I was so... Well, we did St.
What?
That was St. Patrick's Day.
Austin?
It was
Mad shit?
It was motherfucking St. Patty's Day, bro.
No, look.
He was mad flexing on the cover bands, dude.
That show straight up, like, we had a bottle of whiskey while we was in a parade.
Yeah,
well, 2.
You know what I mean?
Two bottles
of whiskey while I was in a parade.
Because we thought that one bottle...
And then we went to a bar. Like, it was a bad setup. We should have.
Someone filmed us and let us talk all day long.
You know what?
I know.
In fact, that reminds me. Cheers, fellas.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to try this. Yeah.
This is Villain Cognac.
And this one, we cheers in this to
Sadie the dog.
Sadie the dog. Best of luck there, but we never know how it's going to happen. But it's sad when pets have to be.
I trust most dogs more than I trust most people. So,
well, I always trust people to give me. I always trust dogs if it's a cool dog to give me good reactions to when new people.
An insight to that person.
Yeah, they kind of look in your soul a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Sadie,
We love you, Sadie.
Yeah, much love.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're welcome.
Oh wow, that's super good.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, like.
That is the best
That's like
cognac.
Christmas cognac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is like a
Yeah.
Like-
no,
Oh,
go
my
stick
Lord.
to your
if
whiskey.
you could taste a scented candle, that's like
Dude.
So we had to
It's got that,
sacrifice that,
like,
dog to get this good of cognac?
man. This is
No, dude. No, we didn't.
Oh, Jesus.
I had this shit in my in my
okay.
basement.
This is Rick Ross's
No, I
cognac.
thought, Jesus,
Right?
I thought we had
No.
to surrender a pet for good.
No, this
booze
is
like every
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
Not
That's
the
like-
real Rick Ross, but the hip hop artist Rick Ross. I've met the real
Oh,
Rick
yeah,
Ross.
the Rick Ross. Well, he's done the.
would-
He's done the Joe Rogan show, the real Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
like this as an ice cream.
Oh, dude,
That'd
it's
be
so
delicious.
good. Autumn season. This is like my
This is
favorite
amazing.
autumn drink.
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah.
It really is.
And it's very hard to find. So
imagine.
I have luckily had a lot of people give. I've had 2 bottles given to me.
What do we
And,
hit in a bottle for this?
And that's what she looks like. Got the slash tattoo on it.
Oh, yeah.
What are they hitting for a bottle of this shit?
I'm not even sure. I haven't bought one in a long time. It was like $40. I think it's
That ain't
about
bad.
the
That's
same
great.
price.
That's great.
It's the same
Yeah,
price
40 is
about a
crazy.
Hennessy bottle.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
But it's literally my favorite cognac. I have this and Cavassier.
And it's
sitting in my
actual
basement.
cognac. It's,
Yes.
You want a little
It's
sip
not,
of it?
it's not a brand.
Now I told you fucked up.
You're too late, man.
Yeah,
You have to wait.
you're gonna have to
You gotta
wait till
man.
it's over.
Yeah, you have to wait. You fucked up. But yeah, we can get
She's
you.
like, fuck
yeah,
that.
You done messed up, AA Ron?
Yeah, you done fucked up.
I don't know.
Hey, and I do want to say this real quick. If you're having trouble, reach out to somebody. There's people out here that love you. There's been a lot of shit go down with people lately.
There's a lot of missing people, and there's
Yeah,
a lot of
A little, and there's been a few
Yeah, there's-
suicides. If you're out there and you're struggling, and we all are, believe it or not. Even the person you think is balling out of control is struggling like a motherfucker too.
yeah. Come, give me a call. We will ball at each other. We will.
Yeah, we'll even come.
yeah,
You
we'll-
want to come meet up at the studio and we'll talk. We don't give a shit. Like me and Aaron are there for you if you're really having trouble. Give somebody a call. If you're scared to call us, call somebody else.
Yeah.
Because the world can't live without you. You don't
And-
know how much that ripples through the world when people.
And
do
right
shit.
now, there's just a lot of stress around. Okay, it's an election year. I hate election years.
Well, everybody's stressed about money, dude.
well,
Like, they
yeah.
done raised the price of everything. You can't afford
Everything.
shit.
Everything.
You can't afford to pay attention around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, the inflation has went up $11,000 in the last 3 years as far as just cost for the average
Really?
shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things that I've realized is there's a lot of when negativity arises, people act like jackasses. And
Yeah.
I use that
They don't know how to take
figuratively
it.
because, have you heard of the theory about the horse or a jackass?
No.
Okay, so
Lay it
there's
out
an
there for us.
old parable where you could be the horse or a jackass. When horses are being attacked by wolves, they all put their asses out and kick as a circle to protect
Oh,
their
there-
young in the circle.
There you go.
If jackasses are in the circle, they start kicking each other. And so essentially what it is if you're dealing with negativity or if you have a negative spike going on with your life, go to the people that care about you, and more importantly, people like me or Aaron and Austin who care about you, and let's spread more love and less hate.
I care about
along
people.
with
I don't
that.
even have to know you.
And sometimes, that's what I was just
Just-
about to reiterate. Just what you said. I don't have to be your best friend.
Right.
Like if you need just somebody to say, "Hey, man, it's worth being around," or you need somebody's objective opinion on some goofy shit, or you got some shit you just want to spill.
And honestly, I feel more comfortable dumping on a stranger sometimes because they don't know me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you ever been at the bar randomly? There's just random dude there, and you just fucking dump. You just like, this is my
Well-
fucking whole life.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm usually on the
Yeah.
other end of that.
Yeah,
I'm
you
usually
probably are.
they're usually talking.
You're probably
to me.
that guy.
Yeah, I mean, people just come
Well,
up
because
with
you're
me.
easy to talk to. And
Yeah, if people
yeah.
just come, and I also talk back. So a lot of times, somebody you try to come up and talk to somebody, they kind of ignore you or just sit there and I engage people. So if you want to tell me your problems and shit, most of the time I'll listen.
Yeah,
most of the time I might be a prick and walk off, but I mean it's how I'm feeling that day.
Right.
I'm an info dumper, man. I am.
But if you're really in trouble, most people won't say, hey, like if they'll try to go engage somebody or need something. You need to also preface that by saying, hey man, I need you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just come up with your normal everyday hi, how are you, and try to start. Hey man, I'm kind of needing somebody to talk to.
Right.
You got a minute? That's how you start that conversation. When you're struggling, give the person that you're trying to connect with a little bit of heads up that you are struggling, and
Here's a
that
warning.
Now I'm going to change my whole demeanor. Now I'm not, now I might not just brush you off like it's just some bullshit.
Well, I need to receive information differently.
Yeah. So if you are out there struggling, it's a little bit on. It's definitely on you to come out and reach out to the public for help. There's a lot of us here. There's a lot of friends and loved ones that'll help you. So I just wanted to put that out there today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite artists, King ISO, once said, "Mental health matters."
Yeah, it does.
So your mental health matters out
does.
there, and don't be ashamed to have a problem. Don't be ashamed to have something going on in your life. There is no shame. Everybody's going through it, like what Austin said here. And what I advise for everybody out there is to focus on your mental health.
And I want to put that towards the men in our audience,
Yes.
because the men, there's a lot of men that I know that will, due to pride, bury that and not talk about it, and never bring it up. You know what I mean?
That's how I do it.
Real men express
Bury that
how
shit,
they feel.
Well, you have to have close friends.
I got to get it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to have close friends to.
Well,
it helps for me to have good, and I have that. Luckily, I have a good support system.
If I could be kind of, I want to lack the couth on this conversation here. There is no such thing as a tough guy when it comes to your mental health.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people like Robin Williams, who had a smile all the way to his passing. Hours before Chester Bennington passed away on his death and his passing, there was a lot of video showing of him being happy, being expressive, being himself, and then out of nowhere there was the abrupt stop.
Okay, but you're a performer,
Right.
and I think that you probably understand that we create a person that we create that person fairly easily, and then we develop it, and it becomes it becomes kind of this
Your
other
front.
character.
Your
You know what I mean?
front.
Yeah. Our facade.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We hide behind.
I mean,
this.
everybody's got an alter
You know?
ego. But it's more amplified when you're in
Well-
the music industry or any industry that's a little more.
Any of the entertainment industries, because we have to entertain.
And you have to
I'm
distance
telling you,
yourself.
some days I don't feel fucking entertaining. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't feel it.
Well,
But you put me in front of people, and I'm going to act it. I'm going to act it
I'll
out.
be vulnerable. Given the situation that I had tonight, you know,
Yeah, straight up.
I realized that a dog of 15 years has been in the love of my life's
Yep.
life, and I have only had just a glimpse of who that animal is. And now, some people are not going to give a shit about a dog. I give a shit about dogs.
But you give. You're gonna get. What I think you're getting at here is you're gonna give more of a shit about how much she gave a shit.
Well,
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you've been with the dog a small time and it's easy to get real close to a dog real quick, but how much it affects your love is what what would be something
Close.
for me.
yeah, I mean, you nicked it.
Yeah.
But on the basis of that's the love of my life. So if she's hurting, I'm hurting.
Exactly.
Right. And she would be here tonight if it wasn't for that dog.
Yeah. Shout out to Whitney.
Yeah, shout out to Whitney
Yeah.
Means.
We're going to have Whitney on talking about the
And that's always
the live stream.
that's always another show we can
concert
have
series
too.
we're doing.
Anyway,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
And,
I mean-
and the biggest thing about it is, and out of respect for that, if she's not willing to have that conversation, I will ask, of course, if you guys can respectfully understand that basis
Of
it.
course.
Yeah,
Because
sure,
I'm
yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure how she's going to take this whole situation here, and ultimately the basis of she's had that dog through many durations of her life. 15 years, guys.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
you
yeah.
think of 15 years, that's half of my life.
How old is she? You guys are.
She's-
You guys are under 30, right?
Yeah, she's 2
Yeah.
years older than me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so what I'm saying is on the basis of that dog.
She's
in
been through a
particular-
lot of. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, that dog has been in her life for the longest time. And my biggest thing is it could be something as a dog, and some people may figure that as being little, but it could be something bigger. And on my vulnerability, I lost my grandmother in December. And part of the reason why I haven't put in a lot of music, since we're talking about mental health,
Yeah.
and since we're talking about the significance of it, I haven't put out a new track in the hip-hop realm for a little bit because of my grieving process and trying to comprehend my grandmother, who I've known literally all of my life, and on top of that has given me such a beautiful platform. She used to daycare, So it wasn't just me. There was kids and many generations that was at that funeral of impact because of how beautiful she was and her southern hospitality, and she didn't believe of a stranger. And
She couldn't if she was a daycare.
she was, I'm telling you, she was a
she done met
beautiful
everybody in the
soul.
world.
Beautiful soul.
That people like that don't meet a stranger.
And for a lot of people out there, a lot of people didn't give a fuck about how I felt in that moment. I made a post on Facebook saying that she would be missed, but then I had people ask me, when's the verse ready? When's the next song,
well-
dude?
On those posts. God, that's
Well, not on the post.
okay. Thank
It's
God.
different.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
We
love
love you back, Whitney.
Oh, okay. Well, sure.
but on
Definitely, yeah.
on the basis of that, you know, people didn't give a shit about what was going on with me.
No, they don't.
You know, I'm rolling.
Well, they don't know
Behind-
you. Again, you give them don't be so hard on them too. They don't know you personally.
Well,
Well,
they just,
well,
they
and
just
they're
know
going
your
through their
mu-
own shit.
and they
They're
just
all going
know
through
your
their shit.
music. So that's how they relate to you. So that's how they're going to come at you.
well, honesty. I'm gonna be honest. I pay attention, and it's not just the fans. The fans are actually very respectful on it. Sometimes it was people that were asking me for a feature. Hey, I want a song.
Oh, yeah.
I agreed to doing a song for them, and some of them I didn't even charge them for it, and then they would come back to me going, "Where's the verse?" After I just made a post about
I'm dealing with some shit.
I'm dealing with some shit.
Yeah, it's like fuck off, buddy.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing about, you know, you were talking about artists who you know, are going through things and they got to put a face.
That's right.
You know what? In all actuality, and maybe it's controversial, I say it. Fuck the face.
Well, it should be that way. It should be that way. The face is a
Well, the realer
the face
you,
is a coping mechanism,
the
and
realer you
we
can
do
be-
that out of necessity.
I've done constant shows.
You're right.
I've done constant shows. I went to Muse Fest after 2 days after being with my great aunt, who was dying of cancer and was unresponsive, and I was talking to her, telling her that I love her. It was her final days.
Wow.
Okay, I've sacrificed so much into this music game.
Yeah, man.
It sounds like you've really had a lot of loss lately.
I've had a lot of loss, dude.
You're at
peop-
that age, man. I hate
and-
to. It doesn't get any better.
And I'm going to
unfortunately.
be brutally honest. There's a lot of people who don't give a shit about that, and that's where it hurts the most, is that I will go ahead and vocalize it, even put it on a social media platform, but because I'm an artist, you know, it reminds me of the Shady Cypher where Joe Budden said, I'm getting the hearse ready. These motherfuckers are wondering if I got the verse ready.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that resonates for me
Yeah,
because I've had situations where I've been behind a hearse,
Well,
and these people are sitting here bugging me about a verse that I've offered my time and energy for free, but then I'm the asshole for not responding.
well, I think we're in a culture now of what can you do for me?
I
know
feel
what I
like
mean?
you have to respond and be like, hey, I'm gonna be, I'm dealing with some shit for like the next fucking week or so.
Write
Well-
me off for a little bit. I'll be back.
Is that not fair?
I
No.
will.
It's
You
not.
can't do it. You can't
It's
do
not.
it.
Well, I need to know something if I got like
Well-
shit production in line and stuff like that.
Hey, if
and,
I-
and I know that, and I
Time-
know that family shit happens. As long as you tell me, I'll let you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Out of respect, I came to this podcast
Yeah. Exactly.
instead of just going to be with my lady right now.
Well, yeah. I,
in a tough situation.
And we greatly
Okay?
appreciated that.
There
for
is sacrifice that I put in.
Yeah.
There's don't take it lightly on the basis of the fact of the sacrifice. My point is if mental health matters, where's the construct for the artist for when mental health matters?
Yeah.
You
What?
just have to draw lines, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But then you come under fire there.
That's my
You know what I'm
point.
saying?
That's my
Come
point.
under
So
fire
where's the
there.
middle ground? I mean, you just got to
There
draw
isn't
the line.
a middle ground.
Aaron-
We're expected to fucking just perform.
Dance, just dance.
Just
Well-
dance, monkey dance.
Well,
That's what
how
kinda
many
what it is.
times have Tech Nine? He made several songs discussing in his album how he's missed out on his children's lives just to go on tour.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like that should.
Yeah.
that
In
should figure out.
sacrifices of many things. And he's in his songs begging and pleading for forgiveness from his family. Not everybody is as forgiving. I'm an independent artist. I don't have the accolades like Tech Nine for the forgiveness that's given of it.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I have the Grrrd Awards, right? I have the ability to open for Afroman. I've had the ability to open for Snoop Dogg and open for Big Boy.
Yeah.
I've done cool shit, but it's not enough.
Opening for Haystack coming up.
I'm open
Yeah.
up for Haystack coming up. It's not enough. I come out here and I bust my ass. There's been times where I've gone straight after work, throw on the uniform, and go straight into the office
Nick,
and go
brother.
to work.
Oh, and hey, don't fuck that up because he's my Cox man. He's my man. He keeps his shit straight.
It's never going to be enough. That journey is never over. It's always going to be one more step.
But to be honest,
This is how that is.
But
man.
he's
That's
just
how it's
looking
set
for
up.
more of the respect from, I think, the community a little bit.
And the community needs to come up with the respect. Wichita has a lot of things to learn.
well,
okay?
here's the thing.
But-
There's some things that we can't talk about. When am I going to sit here and just wave out my dirty laundry for
Yeah,
no,
right.
no. Well, no.
for hey, I'm an artist.
And
So
a
let's
person,
just go
too.
to, let's go to the basis of it. So I made a quote for my Monumental Mental music video that wasn't put onto the video, but it's still fallen to the video. But I'll summarize it. I'll paraphrase it. And so this is for everybody who's listening, who's maybe been mad that I didn't send them a feature back. By the way, it was for free. But let's just go ahead and keep it a buck.
Right,
We ain't scared to get paid.
So-
You'd be surprised how much shit comes faster when you get paid.
I tell you this much: every feature that I got paid for, they got that feature ASAP.
Yeah.
So this is for those free people that I have decided to go ahead and do my thing.
Yeah, what are you playing? What, you watching something in the background?
This is real shit.
You got your fucking TikTok?
Hold on.
She got her Netflix on.
This is real shit. So on the Monumental Mental feature, or a song that I did, which shout out to Angelo and Humble Greatness
yeah.
for making that badass.
Always
music
shout out to
video.
Humble Greatness.
Yeah,
Great fan of
definitely.
ours. Great show friend of ours.
I'm paraphrasing, of course, but music is art.
Yes, it is.
Music is art. And in this world, in the transactional world that we're in right now, we have forgotten the basis of what that is. Vincent van Gogh.
We've forgotten the value of it.
Well, here's the thing. Vincent van Gogh, Michelangelo, any sort of big name artist that has generated a painting that has lasted way beyond our lifespan was never asked, when is it going to be done? When's the feature, bro?
You don't think they asked that
When
motherfucker
am
why
I
he's
gonna
hanging
get
from
that feature?
You don't think they asked that motherfucker why he's hanging from the ceiling?
No, they're
How
not.
long is he gonna hang from that fucking ceiling?
But bear in mind too. They also don't have a job to provide for their family too.
Yeah, that's the
They
same
don't got a
shit.
401k.
No,
they got to
they ain't
keep
got-
intact.
they ain't dealing with all
ain't
that
got health
bullshit.
insurance. They got to keep intact.
And kids
Listen,
and shit.
being
I'm an
taken care of.
independent artist
And you got a son
that
too.
has my child taken care of.
Yeah.
I have not missed one child support payment, and I have worked my ass off every single damn
child
day.
support
Hey,
payments
man,
suck.
that's a bold statement these days, man. That's a
Dude, I'm there with
I
you.
that's
can't-
an accolade that you can take
And
to the bank.
I don't,
I'm going
hey,
to tell you right now,
I've been paying child support as
fuck
long
the
as you.
video. Respect people for what they're going through.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
mental health truly matters, if you truly give a shit about somebody, why the hell are you going to be pushing that envelope for him? Let the dude breathe.
Yeah, for sure.
Let the person breathe, dude.
Especially if they're asking you to let them breathe.
Please.
Yeah, like, fuck, I'm going through some shit.
There's so many struggles that I've gone through. God, that shot was kicking my ass. There's so much shit that I've had to gone through.
How was that? Not good?
Well, going from this to that is
I know. Bless your heart. But my point is when you're going through shit and people are sitting here, even if you make a post about it, even if you talk about the actuality of the situation, people don't fucking listen. And if they do,
They don't care, man.
they
A
don't
lot
care.
of it is they don't care, and that's a little weird to me because if you respect somebody's art, that means to me that we have a closer bond than most. Like, so if I like something that you do, like I am more caring about your problems and more.
I think it's a modern social construct, man.
Exactly.
It's a thing of like, yeah, I love your art. When you're giving me shit, I love you. You know what I mean? But like, oh, you're asking me to give some support or some
listen.
even ears or something.
I'll
I don't
be an
know. I don't
artist.
know. You know.
I'll
Yeah.
Hey,
It's instant gratification world.
I do like instant
Aaron, I'll talk
Yeah.
artist to artist for a second.
Yeah.
I respect your craft, right?
Right.
But I don't respect you.
There you go. That's how it feels. And I don't think that's how it's intended.
Well, I think
but that's
maybe,
how it feels.
I think
That
you need
is
to
how
say
it
that to the
feels.
public and be like, hey, sometimes there's a lot of dudes
Yeah.
that don't realize they're doing that. I think there's sometimes I think there is just a bit of a dum-dum.
Well,
That's
out there.
That's how I think it is.
I don't
think that's intentional.
I don't call it.
More of it's not intentional.
Hold
I
on.
think than it is intentional.
It is a good point. Perception is reality, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perception is reality.
100%.
I do not hold the people that ask me for a feature personable.
But
on
when
that
when I
situation.
perceive that as the reality, it affects my art.
Well, my point
You know?
is,
And my mood.
here's
Well,
what
my
I'm-
mood affects my art, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It-
100%.
good
You know,
point.
100%
But Aaron,
right.
here's my
100% right.
point: is on the basis of artistry. Artistry is artistic, not transactional.
Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't
no,
be. You're
it
right.
will never be. Even AI coming and taking place of artistry, there will be no such thing as transactional, because you can make an AI version of Kendrick Lamar, but you cannot make a Kendrick Lamar.
No.
Right.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's a carbon copy of what the actuality is. They had to take it from the human fault
Dude, AI
But-
to make that
but,
in existence.
But AI is not
getting
giving
crazy.
Kendrick royalties on that.
Dude,
Well, I
dude,
could
You
give
know
a
what I mean?
fiddler's
I
fuck
wondered
about
about that.
this is the transactional shit.
Yeah, there you go.
You just brought it back to transactional.
Yeah.
I don't care about royalties. I don't care about features. I care about artistic portions. I care about the artistry. I care about let's make a track that's dope. If you keep asking me when's the feature coming, when's the feature
Yeah.
coming, when's the feature coming, but then I force some bullshit ass rhyme. People are gonna think about that bullshit ass rhyme.
And
They're
now,
not gonna think
and now
about
it
the
fucks
art.
your brand.
So I got
now it fucks your brand.
I got a two-part question.
Yeah.
So if someone comes to you for a feature, free or paid, but so
Right.
answer both ways. And I know the paid one's going to be a little easier to answer, but free or paid, how much time do they go? I need it by this. Do you guys just when someone comes and you agree to be on somebody's track? Do you guys hash out something right then, or like how does that
Good question,
work? How does
Austin.
that work?
Good question, Austin. That is a shot in the dark. There is darts in the dark with this concept.
There's no
because
answer.
people will ask me, hey, bro, I want to work with you. Fantastic, send me the beat. And then rather I don't mix with the beat, or rather I don't vibe with the beat, or I'll have situations where I've had a situation where I wanted to do the song. I went to the studio and did the song in the sense of I listened to it, wrote down every single little bit of it. But then they were like, I want you to do it at this studio. I want you to record it here. I don't want you to record it at home. I'm going to put you in this box. This is the box that you're in. You're going... no, hold on.
Are they paying for it?
No.
Okay. There you go.
I offered to do it. I wanted to do it. But then they started telling me, I got to do all of these hoops to jump through, which means I have to take time out of my work schedule. I got to take time
You gotta
out
drive
of
over
my...
these fucking places.
I got to
and
drive to
deal
these
with
places.
Yeah.
I then have to record in their software. I then have to do the takes on their basis, which is another
Well-
pressure.
well,
because imagine if I'm trying to hit this verse. I got it down at home, but now I've got somebody staring at me, and then I've got to continue.
Or
to
you
hit
got
this
somebody
verse.
or you got somebody that's trying to change what you're doing too.
It's a
Right.
it's
Yeah.
a gift horse in the mouth, man. I'm giving you a verse here, and you
So
just
it
trying to
sounds
make
like
me
it
jump
sounds
through
like
more and more.
And
more.
I-
it sounds like the
all of a
first
sudden, I
deal.
don't wanna do it anymore.
The first deal discussion is huge. Coming
Well,
up with what the expectations
Well,
are. with this.
and then I just veer off. I've had many situations, and I'm sure somebody's going to be mad about this conversation that I'm having.
You can't please everybody, baby.
Well, here's the thing, man. In the basis of I would love to do the music with people, let me do it, especially if you're not paying for it. Let
My
me
way,
let
my
me do
way.
it my way.
Yeah.
well, you
There-
came to me. You came to me. Let me do it my way.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. This is my
And-
brand. This is what I do.
Well, you thought
you
you
want
thought that
so
Nick
let me
you
have it.
thought that Nick Gibbs would be good in what you asking for. You're not paying me, so like let me do it
I'm
my
just
way.
saying-
100%.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
then
sense to me.
then the next thing too is like then it almost seems like they're downgrading my setup. I spent a lot of money on my setup
Yeah.
for my equipment to be nice. For my, I have a Kayatica ball. I have a blue microphone.
I don't know what any
Yeah,
of that
but-
shit. is.
I spare. I'm gonna talk like.
I bet you got some nice shit.
I'm gonna talk like
Nick
the-
always got nice shit. I know. I know his style.
I'm gonna talk like the guy off of Jurassic Park who was sitting there with the all white outfit.
I
All right,
know.
spared no expense.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I went crazy on my setup.
Well, that's your style. Your
And
style.
then-
Your style is get the best shit.
and then somebody will go, "Nah, Fuck all that.
No.
I need you to come to my studio. I need you to record in my place. I need it to be my stems. I need it to be my thing.
Okay, but there is some of that in the industry. The industry's fucked. Okay, just let's start there. Okay,
kick me money. I'm there.
Preface is what I'm saying, but like I'm saying that in any given project, you have a producer with his own mind, and your setup doesn't really even matter to him. He wants it this way.
And I know you want to put the devil's advocate
there.
in there, but I will go ahead and reiterate on the basis of it, okay? First of all, the biggest thing is I'm independent.
That's true.
That's
true, but are these people that are taking your tracks?
Time out. Let me bold and italicize that. I am independent.
So get fucked.
I am not in your box. I refuse to be in your box. I have never been in a box. You can ask Jason Catlett. You can ask anybody that puts me on a show set. I am not in a box. If you want to put me in a box, I will box out of that box. Fuck that box. I will never be in a box. And I say that, and I'm bold and italicizing that because I want everybody to know there is no box for me.
What if you have to move?
I will not be in a box.
So
I will get a movers group before I
get
pay
round
for
boxes.
A box.
You get round
well,
boxes.
No. Look. I appreciate that stance, but what that stance is if I don't make it on my own merit and my own beliefs, I don't make it.
But here's my basis too. If I'm not signing that contract, I don't owe you a goddamn thing.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Straight up.
Project by project.
Straight the fuck up.
Project by project, it does go like that though.
No, it does not.
Well, sometimes
because
I've been on projects like that.
But there's no contract. That's my point.
Well,
my point is I'm not tied to a label. It is Nick Gibbs from the 316, just a Wichita kid who spits quick. You like my shit? Fantastic. Play my game. Because
that was almost a song. I felt like
I worked hard.
I was like, get it, Nick, get it.
You worked very hard building a brand, and when people are buying your brand, you want to control
but
that.
they're not buying it.
Well, they're having you as a feature or a thing.
But that's a
they
favor.
are kind of buying.
Treat it as a favor.
Yeah, I got you.
If my buddy asks me to move, and my leg breaks, my leg's broken. I can't help him move. Is he going to come back and talk a whole bunch of shit because my leg's broken?
Maybe a little.
No. Let's revert back to the initiation of this conversation. I had mental health issues with losing and grieving of my family, and somebody's turning around going, when's the verse ready?
Yeah. And I think that's fucked up.
That's a little insensitive.
I think even if you're in a contract, you can pump the brakes on a little bit of that.
Well, my basis is...
when's your free verse ready? Get fucked, buddy.
I'm just fucking saying. Well, that's
my
it.
point.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Is like, I don't want to say get fucked, buddy. What I want to say
get
is...
fucked, buddy.
What I want to say is respect the person you're asking the favor of.
Yeah.
I'm doing it out of love, and you're not reverting that love back to me. I've been crying, dude. I've been sitting here struggling, dude.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here trying to figure out how I'm not going to enjoy this time without my grandmother.
Yeah.
And you're worried about the verse.
Tracks and shit.
And I put it on Facebook. It's not on the basis of people I'm hiding it.
Right.
That's... You want to talk about mental health matters. Let's talk about it, man.
No, why doesn't?
How does somebody sit here bleeding on Facebook and you're going to turn around and go, hey, dude, how about that verse?
Yeah, well, I mean,
what?
It doesn't matter to the consumer, and that's a problem.
Well, everybody's always built up in their own shit, man. So like
that's reality. We have a lot of shit going on. Everybody does.
Everybody pulls up the next day,
and everybody avoids the problem. Nobody wants to talk about.
And you can't always. And I will always say, just to play the devil's advocate a little bit, you can't rely on the person that you're talking to saw what you posted on Facebook. Sometimes, I don't see everything you post.
Here's the thing.
I see everything you post.
Well, Austin, you're not putting your pocket into it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. In the differential of the conversation, like I said, I'll revert back to the origination of my conversation. Everybody who's paid for a feature has gotten their feature.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Let's just make it easier.
Yeah. Well, if you want to put...
What's a feature cost?
Hey, I'm not Godimus of Cess Crew, okay? Godimus of Cess Crew, I paid him over $1,200 on a feature one time, and I had to fight tooth and nail for that feature.
That's crazy.
That dude lost himself in music, and I still have a feature that I paid for from that guy and not gotten it.
Okay, so what's a feature? What's a feature cost? What's the norm?
It's a variation. It's depending on the artistry.
And what I want to know is, we were talking earlier, and you said consider it a favor. I don't want the favor. What's it cost? You know what I mean? Like, for the producer to say, hey, let's go, let's do it my way, let's go.
Well, that's the thing. On the logistics,
$850.
On the logistics of
I'm just saying, yeah.
It's negotiable.
But
my
if a
point
producer's
is,
taking over your brand now, it's more. That's
well,
what I fucking think.
Well, that's
Nick ruined me.
I know, dude. I know. Hey, and the first one's bad. The first bit is bad, but hey, this is actually pretty good. I'm going to break this up.
I would love to support our local R&Js who gives us whiskey and Rumple Mints every week. But Nick Gibbs ruined my taste buds for today. There's no way I'm going to be able to drink this shit.
This was the good shit right here.
There's absolutely no fucking way that I'm going to be able to. There's no fucking way that I'm not going to be able to drink Bud and Dewey's water piss.
No. This is actually pretty good.
No, it's not.
Listen.
It is, dude.
This is local. This is from Salina.
Yeah,
this is from Salina.
Well, Salina fucked up, and they made this shit in a square bottle.
Yeah.
He's talking out his neck.
Why don't you just go ahead and railroad the conversation?
I'm just joking.
But
You're right.
So Bud and Dewey's, they used to keep a bottle of whiskey underneath the seat.
I actually love this.
And it was a round bottle.
And guess what round is?
Round
Stupid.
bottles would roll out.
Yep.
When you stop,
Stupid.
they roll out. And so that's why this is a square bottle.
So this really plays into some shit I've been saying
forever. This is from
forever.
Salina, and this is only a couple of years old. They're going to get better. I know this isn't. You're judging this off the cognac, and cognac's way sweeter, and that was a really good cognac.
Hey, shout out to Rick Ross. Not the real Rick Ross, but...
Rick Ross, nonetheless.
Hey, real quick, because I know he's going to watch this shit, shout out to Freeway Ricky Ross. That's my guy. Dude, that dude, he was in my profile picture for a reason. That dude is the most humble dude and the most
dude.
And that's a real
If you haven't checked him on podcast,
dude.
check him out. Freeway.
I can't believe I met that dude.
Yeah.
That guy is crazy.
He's actually was on Joe Rogan's show in the last few months. He was on in the last few months.
And I met that dude. That's what's so. Shout out to the Grrrd Awards. Shout out to C-Lim. Thank God for the third time Grrrd Award winning artist right here. I appreciate.
You've been winning them,
yeah. Oh, dude, I'm so.
How can we
thankful.
get one of those? Can we get one of those?
Man,
we got to be. I can't be all handsome and tied like you. I got all this. You manicure too much. I don't think I can get all that going too much.
Hey, man. It just takes a little bit of time. But I could get you guys to the awards. I got you. If you guys want to do an live Aaron and Austin show, you got to find the flight and stuff to. I will.
Give me the info.
I promise you.
Hey, give me the info. I'll get sponsors to pay for the flight.
I'm with you. I'll go with you.
I know.
I get sponsors to pay for shit.
C-Lim is the one who runs that, and that dude,
I've seen you took some pictures with this guy from
I owe this dude my life. This is without a doubt one of the most beautiful individuals, and he has seen my progression from like the first few songs that I did. My second track, I sent it to him, and I talked about it in the last podcast. Yeah. This guy, I'm telling you, is the most humble, respectable. I owe this dude everything, and I give nothing but the extreme gratitude.
Well, shout out to him.
To put me on the Grrrd Awards, to give me my third time Grrrd Award. If I don't win another Grrrd Awards, I will die on this pedestal as saying I'm the first one, and I hope that in the basis of, I hope there's somebody else in Wichita who gets this Grrrd Award just like I did.
Can't get three of them though, bitch.
You can't get three of them. I hope you
I
do.
set the bar high, bitches.
I set the bar high. I don't care how many streams you got. I don't care how many views you got. You don't got what I have sitting at my house, and I'm thankful for it.
Boom.
And C-Lim is the one that blessed me for it.
Oh, yeah.
What? You're the worst.
Cheers to C-Lim.
I don't want to drink this shit.
Fuck it. Drink it.
Hey, on the second glass, it tastes better.
Shout
really
out to C-Lim, bro.
All right, we're at 40. We got to talk about fucking breakdance.
All right, I know. All right, so when we were talking about there's no shame in the game, well, no shame.
There's a little bit of shame sometimes.
What we going? Rachel Raygun
Can I go ahead and say it?
Raygun.
is the no shameless woman.
I
of the
think
week.
there's a movie that quoted this.
This is horrible.
Oh, be ready.
Settle the
Sign
fuck
up.
down.
You ready? You're Australian. Be Australian. Move away, Kangaroo Jack.
Well,
That's how I
She
think
had
she
that
did
same
that, though.
move. How did you know that move?
I know the move.
This motherfucker's from Australia, I swear.
This is not hip hop. See, you go If you
Yeah,
know that reference,
I do.
dude.
That old video. You got to turn your feet in and walk like this because this is hip hop. Or if you guys even know Bob's Burgers, there's a great lady that matches her in Bob's Burgers too. There's a video.
Do you ever hear the phrase, "If you can't do, teach"?
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
but they,
like, that's how I
but
feel
yeah,
like
but
it.
usually
Like,
in
she
those,
wrote a fucking
but
book
usually
about
in
the
those
shit that
instances,
she
the
knows
bitch don't
nothing
end
about.
up in the Olympics.
Well, in all due,
That's real. That's real.
in all
No.
due respect, Australia gave the best they got, but that goes to show the lacking of the culture.
Well, not if you
in
look at the.
Australia.
Well, not if you look at
No,
the man.
there is an Aborigine right now doing better.
No. Hold up.
breakdancing.
I don't know how she tricked. I don't know how that Ray Gun Rachel bitch tricked her way in there. But if you see the Australian man breakdancer, he was legit. He was like a real breakdancer.
Yeah.
He
Well-
could do the real shit. I don't know how this woman and who her dad is, or how much of Australia he owns. But she was getting in the Olympics and getting two. That bitch
Hey.
got 2 goose eggs. How
Hey.
do you compete twice in the Olympics and get zeros twice?
But here's my point, Austin. Here's my point. As a
ahead.
hip hop head, and the respect for the culture, I feel like that's the best that they could provide.
I don't know.
No, hold on. They decided as a country. That means the leader of the country. I don't know if they're a president or not. It's outside my pay grade.
Or
but let's
leader of
just-
the club.
They have a parliament.
The,
They
the,
have a
the
parliament
leader
country.
of the country decided to choose her to go do her thing. Now, will I say that
I will say.
as Australia, Kangaroo Jack did the best she could?
She did not.
What I will say, as what I see from the Jabberwockies or anybody who has I put the Jabberwockies because I'm paraphrasing, of
She
course.
look like a damn Jabberwocky.
With the pop and lockin', the whole breakdancing culture, that's hip hop.
Her looks were the best.
And no,
Yeah, yes, please.
Hold on, hold on.
Just do it.
Let Nick finish. Let Nick finish.
While I'm going with this,
We
is
don't have no audio. Go.
we gotta respect hip hop for what hip hop really is.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And as a Caucasian individual in the hip hop, I'm constantly the student in the game,
I feel you.
and I'm constantly learning, and I'm constantly
Outside looking
moving.
in.
Outside looking in.
So what is hip hop?
I feel like hip hop is on the basis of
That's not hip hop.
if you the true expression of hip hop originated in Harlem. Okay? That's the mecca of hip hop. Shout out to Jada Kiss for giving me the knowledge.
What this
of that.
is with hip hop is everything's down low.
Yeah, everything's down low.
It's-
I think
it's
the
not
first
See,
thing
you're
you
turning- you gotta
need to
turn
know
your
about
feet
hip
out.
hop.
But bear in mind,
It's all about your posture.
I understand.
And you know,
Kill the
growing
audio.
up, my
You gotta kill
posture
the
was
audio or
really
you'll
bad.
get
kill,
pulled.
no,
the
kill
audio
that.
out.
You got to kill the audio or it'll get pulled. Yep.
But fuck the bullshit of what she's saying too, because she
Well,
also.
that lady's hip hop.
Well, no, she's not.
She'll tell you. She'll tell
No.
you that.
I don't give a.
got to put your hands like this.
Nah, dude. I'm gonna stand on that. That's not hip hop, and I don't like the
Isn't that
representation.
windbreaker she's rolling?
That's of course a parody of it. Okay, I gotta respect the people before me.
Well, you're not going to
on
like the
That
stance.
parody made
you're
it to the Olympics.
You're not going to
No.
like the stance that I'm going to take on who
Parody.
you open for then this week. You know, I'm going to turn this back around in you a little bit.
You could turn it any sort of way,
Oh,
but
oh,
I'm gonna say it
Shots
with
fired.
I'm gonna say it with my chest though. This is not hip hop. Okay, in the respect of real hip hop. Okay, KRS-One is my teacher, and I hope he hears
And I
this.
know because of
Ah.
KRS-One.
KRS-One
KRS-One's the
is
shit.
is
I've seen KRS-One live. What
I
y'all know
feel
about
like
that?
he's the teacher of hip hop for me, and
And I
I've
know.
listened to him. And R.I.P. to Chino XL.
Yeah, that was
Shout-
shit. That was what? That was here recently.
Yeah, it was very recent.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Shout out to King Tech on the Wake Up Show, because the Wake Up Show introduced me to a
A lot of shit.
Yeah,
lot
you
of
got
shit.
you got
Lot
Jizza,
of
you
shit.
got Eminem,
Yeah, a
you
lot
got
of-
Tech Nine.
We had a lot of freestyle
you,
shit.
You
lot
got
of- yeah.
Exhibit.
They put a
You
lot
got
of people on.
KRS-One. Oh
You're
my
not
God.
wrong. You're not wrong.
And I'm so blessed. So shout out to Toddy. You know who you are. Jake Katzmeyer. That's my guy. He introduced me to the Wake Up Show with King Tech. And I remember a lot of people were saying, man, I need Tech 9 and Eminem to be on a song together. But little did they know that on the Wake Up Show in 1999, KRS-One, Chino XL, Exhibit, and you had Eminem and King Tech, and then Tech 9 on that. And that was Sway when Sway was rapping.
Yeah, that's when
That was before the Wake Up, or before the Sway in the Morning.
And that's
Shade
on the best.
4-5.
That's on the best of that album too, with all that shit.
And I remember it to this day. I used to listen to it all the time. And I want to shout out to Chino XL and KRS-One for really giving me hip hop before I realized what hip hop was. You know, I had
That makes sense. It makes sense that KRS-One is one of you. That explains your style a little bit. That makes sense to me. I never heard you rep KRS-One as kind of one of your influences. That makes a lot of sense to me now. It fits.
Him and R.A. the Rugged Man are my top two influences in hip-hop music.
That makes sense.
R.A. the Rugged Man. I stood on stage and rapped with R.A. the Rugged Man on stage.
Did you start, when you first were on stage starting your hip-hop career, were you always this involved with the crowd as you are now?
Well,
where'd that
You're very crowd-centric. You're very aggressive
for everybody that doesn't know, if you haven't seen a Nick Gibbs set, he is highly involved with the crowd. And I love that part about it. It's one of my favorite parts.
Well,
so how did that develop?
So I started doing metal music.
Yep, I remember
with
that
Jason.
conversation.
No, before that.
Even before
I
that?
saw the pictures when he was like a
oh yeah, he showed us last time.
2012. Mitch Lucker was my biggest influence. I had the bat wing hands and the headbang. I even cut my hair exactly like Mitch Lucker in You Only Live Once on the music video.
Let's go.
I remember seeing those pictures of him with long hair.
The metal Nick. Yeah.
Which, shout out to Jason Catlett. I promise you guys, if you ever listen to my music, I am vocally there too. Don't get it twisted. I am a hip hop head, but I can also go double time with the vocals. Don't get it twisted. But in that beginning portion in 2012, I opened for people like Aegeon, Dr. Acula, Wolves at the Gate, Harp and a Liar. I was on stage.
There's a band called Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula.
Well, yeah, someone stole that from Scrubs. That was
that's what I think.
Well, that's the joke from Scrubs.
Yep.
Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula.
And they had, I'm telling you, like, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, riding in my buddy's HHR, which ironically enough, I have an HHR myself. But I was rolling in his HHR, listened to his playlist, and we went and opened up for Dr. Acula. Didn't even remember our name. We were the only openers, and they didn't remember our name. They're like, shout out to the people who opened before us. They even had the pause, dude.
I'll be like, fuck y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. That would be me if I ever was a touring musician. I can barely remember my kid's name.
Hey, but check it. They even on the flyer. This is how much we didn't give a fuck, and we were so excited for the show. They didn't give a shit about the flyer.
I'm not hearing it.
I can hear you.
Yeah, now I can.
They didn't give a shit about the flyer. They typed us out. Our band was called the Chosen Few.
Okay.
They called us the Chosen Few.
What?
They misspelled.
Chosen ain't even a word. Chosen.
Chosen Few.
Hey, I'm not gonna make fun of anybody who mispronounces any names.
It's a moosin.
No.
Mini much moosin.
Mini much moosin.
Mini much moosin.
Hey, hold on. They added an extra O into that, and I didn't even have to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Put us back.
That's so
in.
weird to me. Are you fucking jacking with shit?
I'm not. I'm trying to help you. Damn it. Trying to help you now.
But anywho,
I'm not jacking.
We got it. We're back.
I wasn't jacking with it before, you fuck.
But the Chosen Few was our band name. We were called the Chosen Few.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I kind of like the Chosen Few a little better.
But here's the thing.
Makes for a better T-shirt.
I opened for the band, and you could even smoke inside. It was called the Eclipse. Was the lounge?
And we're cigarette smoking.
I was smoking a cigarette in there, doing my thing. And there was so many lights in front of me, but I could see people just getting berated to the front of the stage. Like, the circle pit was nasty. And here's the thing that was crazy about it, is that was the biggest thing that I booked. I never I just messaged somebody on Facebook saying, hey, we would like to open, and they didn't charge us for it. And we got to be able to perform in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We just had to drive over there. And it was so crazy to me because that was the spark of my stage presence, my performance. You know what I mean? So you guys asked where it came from. It came from, I performed with nobody in there but my family. And I also performed with a bunch of nobodies that I knew in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Are you paying attention?
I am, yes.
God dog.
You're performing in Tulsa?
Yeah, I'm listening to the whole thing.
No, he's listening.
I'm listening.
But you sitting here fucking around with Coke Zero
That's fucking
because you got to dilute it
well, this shit tastes
because
terrible.
yeah.
No. What you did was you brought in a superior alcohol,
No, but I'm
and
listening.
now he don't
No, I'm
want
listening to
none
the
of
whole,
it.
but I am listening to the whole
Going
thing. You had to call and book the show in Oklahoma, in Tulsa,
Right.
Oklahoma yourself. Believe it or not, I can listen and fuck with this idiot
But-
at
but-
the same time.
but in lieu, my point is there was a lot of work on the back end to try to figure out how to properly get myself in a position to ultimately perform with people that never knew my name
Right.
Never heard of
Right.
it.
and
Yeah.
never heard of me. And where I'm going with this is, I didn't realize the spectacle that I was going to be.
You have to be.
Well, it's not a have to be because I could quit at any moment.
Well, you can still. I could say you could still do your set from the stage and rap your songs.
You
and
want to be
you have good
memorable.
You have
You wanna
good
be
music.
memorable.
You could do it from the stage, but I like the fact that you engage the crowd. Like that's always been one of my like that you're very into every set that you've ever been. Nick Gibbs brings a show
But-
when he
Yeah.
does a show.
But that stems to what the next part of it was. I was in the chosen few, and everybody in my group decided to not be a part of the chosen few, and I was the only one left standing with the logo that I got by my ability to network. I grabbed a fan from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they decided to make our logo. I decided to book the shows. I decided to do.
Did you start
all of
aiming
this.
out of town early first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
So did you
I
did you like pre workout here and then try to aim out of town, or just
No.
you just went straight for
I
let's do
just
some.
I just went.
Let me open for you. Let me give you a call. Yeah.
Opportunity
There you
I
go.
could get, I went for.
I would tell you a lot of young artists. Listen to how this man
You have
hustled.
to do that.
Listen to
You
how
have to
this
do
man hustled. He just made fucking calls, man. Let me open for you.
I just messaged the promoters and I said, "Hey, I'm an artist looking for my shot." And the difference is, I didn't just send it; I meant it when I sent it.
What all did you send? You send like videos and stuff too.
No,
like, just you?
I couldn't afford videos.
You didn't have an EPK yet.
I
or none
didn't
of that
have
shit?
anything.
Yeah.
Dude, I had nothing. I didn't even have a recorded
Yeah,
track.
passion. Yeah, passion.
What I did
You had a lot of
is,
fucking
is
passion.
I sent, I'm looking for, but it could be felt. I sent the energy of it can be felt. And I felt every single bit of what I typed in that moment. I needed that shot. Like, I didn't just want it. I needed it.
That comes through, man.
And that's where I am. You wanted to know why I perform so crazy on stage.
Well, you're aggressive.
Well,
Well, I just think he's interactive. I just say interactive.
well,
it's
interactive,
both.
interactive, aggressive. Let's just put it.
Well, he will take your phone, maybe.
This is
He'll
from,
snatch your fucking phone.
this is from me. I had a situation where I had nobody, and I was stuck on my own. I had the chosen few, but no band.
Goddamn right.
And I vowed to myself, if I was ever going to get a second shot, it didn't matter what it was,
You're going full.
I
out.
am going to do it. And what I did was I became a hip hop artist out of a dare. I did a freestyle at the place. And if you know what the place is, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I have no idea what the place is. I feel so uneducated
Exactly.
right now.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no fucking
I'm
idea.
outside of that ozone. But let me put you in that ozone. Anybody who's listening, the place. I was at the place, and I was in a corduroy pants with an Argyle sweater.
Excellent.
So killing it.
No. I was going,
Fashion sensible.
it was
isn't
karaoke night on a Tuesday. I drank Colt 45 and
Buddy D.
Hennessy.
Yeah.
And Hennessy.
Billy D. Williams.
That's what I drank. And I got bet by my coworker, so shout out to Wanda. Or shout out to T.
You know, I know Wanda. Wanda, the bitch that makes them
No,
drugs.
Wanda. That's my lady. And she did this. She did this. She
It's
goes,
from the
she goes,
movie.
I bet you can't freestyle right now.
Oh, she put you on.
And I said, I bet I can. And she goes, I bet you won't do it. I went up there to the karaoke spot, and I picked for about 5 minutes. And I just said, Dirt Off Your Shoulder by Jay-Z. And I freestyled. So I don't know if we talked about this on the original portion of the podcast. But
No,
check
this is still the
out.
same thing.
Okay. I was at the place, and I said, hey, my name is Nick Gibbs, and I'm going to do a little freestyle for you. Everybody's doing like the fuck you sit, so they're all turned
Dude,
around.
that gosh.
They're all turned around, not giving a shit. And then I go in, and I just freestyle. And I zone out like I do when I do every show. And I zone back in. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing phones with their flashlights out. Everybody's
There you go.
recording me. Everybody. I had no business being up there. And I freestyled the whole song. And by the end of it, the roar of the crowd. That in of itself
That hooked
made
ya?
me realize I got something here.
That's not.
That hooked you.
That hooked me.
That hooked you.
And that's where people who are out there figure out
Barely helps.
what the hell you got going on with your life, because
Yeah.
try it. Fucking try it.
Hey, so we're here at the end of the show.
And no, he's right. I gotta say,
I
too,
wanna show
try
you
it.
this.
Oh, we're close
Try
to
it.
the end.
Try it.
Yeah, I want to share this story with you though.
Oh, yeah, it's already fucking.
Okay, so
That's whack. We should have more hours on.
well, yeah, I think so too.
I ain't
but
going nowhere.
that went very
There's
quickly.
so much more I have.
that
Oh,
went very
we
quickly,
didn't even
man.
got into a bunch of shit.
No, there's so
Dude,
much.
I
can
want to
tell
share
you
this story though. Okay, so when my husband was a cat person, when his cat died, Andrea Thompson, she's a #1 fan of our show.
She is.
Thank you. She's
Shout
also
out.
my aunt and
Family, baby.
family. But
Above
she
everything.
she gave me a dog called Honey Bear, and Honey Bear was the best dog we
Damn,
ever
you
had.
set me up for a sad
Then
story.
we
dude. I
have
feel like-
Bella, but both of those dogs have,
Damn, how many
have
dogs
passed.
gotta die on this
And
episode?
before we had those, my husband's father passed. Okay, so right now, currently, on our shelf, we have my husband's dad and then both of our dogs. Our dogs are in very nice, ornate, like, urns, like,
Yes,
Jesus
really
Christ.
nice.
as they should.
Yeah, and my husband's dad is in a box that his son built, and it says "Gone Fishing." It's like this really weird
It's
thing.
the
We
all
have this
death hour
really-
here at the Aaron Austin show.
We have this
That's
really,
how we're gonna end that.
we have this really shitty box. that
We're gonna
is
read through the
for Dad.
obituaries next. 'Cause
But the dogs get really nice stone urns. That's what I'm
What
saying.
what
Oh.
what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying.
The dogs are worth more to me than people.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I feel like
I'm team people, bro.
I'm team dog.
dogs. We don't.
Fuck your dog. I hope you. I mean, I'd rather you live. Sorry.
Hey, on some real
I'm
shit.
I'm a dog guy.
I will say that respectfully, I will respect Sadie, the dog.
Oh yeah, well for sure.
I will respect my family on that. I've got to witness a vulnerability that I wish not to witness with my significant other, and I will stand on the basis of
Fair enough.
dogs are so worthy, and we as
That's what I think.
humans, for how foul we are, we do not deserve dogs.
They
but
stick
we
with
are-
us regardless.
Oh no,
man.
horse shit!
Oh,
I ain't never
they're
had a
amazing.
dog help me carry shit when I was moving.
I will tell you this much.
I had a dog show up
Hey,
for.
mute his mic. All right, we're going to talk real quick about Haystack.
Oh come on!
Mute his fucking mic.
I hope you guys
We're-
live
we're
forever.
gonna
I hope
talk-
every dog you guys dies long before you do.
Hey.
I'm
on
sorry.
some,
I'm
on
I
some
trust
real
dogs.
spit. On
I'm
some,
sorry. I'm
Hey,
that's
no.
sorry.
Let me set the tone. On some real spill, let's put some respect on it. Okay. I came here as a sacrifice
Yeah.
to show love to the Aaron and Austin
And
show.
they,
man.
and you,
When
and
I-
they should have easily canceled. They had a lot going on in their family tonight, and I appreciate you.
and I have a lot of respect for you guys and a lot of love for you
And
guys.
we got a lot of respect for you.
and
we know we
and
love you.
I don't ever want to cancel on you. And,
Oh, we would understand.
But here's the thing: is that I didn't because I love y'all, and I want you guys to know that it was hard. This
Yeah.
was a hard situation.
We
for
hope
me.
that
we love you right back, man. We love Sadie. We love Whitney.
We actually hope
the
that
family, man.
We actually hope that you coming
my heart
here
goes out, man.
gave you a little bit of a relief from some of the shit you're dealing with.
Well,
and you know, I know it's not easy to come over and talk about it all, but I hope that getting some of it off your chest
But it's
was
not-
something for you and helped a little.
But it's not about me. It's about my significant other. Whitney.
It's about you two. I
Well,
mean, you two.
no,
You
no.
two, but not as, you know, I get it.
I feel what you're saying, but the real one who spent the full 15 years with the dog
yeah.
is right now
Yeah.
dealing
Struggling,
with that.
struggling.
And so, out of respect for her, I would love for her to be here for this. It was unexpected. The poor gal, I mean, we're talking about hours before the show was happening. The poor girl wasn't standing.
Yeah, I mean, and you,
And that's-
and I can
that's
even
hard
and
one.
I can even tell that you were in emotion. I know Nick. He's a friend of ours. I knew he was a little emotional when he showed up today, so I get it. But what's some quick stuff that Whitney's going on before we besides the stuff that she's dealing with? She's been doing some national anthem shit. She's been doing.
She's been doing great. She's been
let's do a
doing
little
great.
plug. Let's do a little plug on Whitney real quick before.
Well, Whitney is forever tied with Shields. Shields is without doubt a blessing. And
Okay,
shout
so
out,
and what she's doing the
Give me some more of that shit
jingle,
water.
right?
she's working on a lot of things. I can't talk about it.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
We'll make
bro.
her talk
That's
about. We'll have her
amazing,
come
yeah.
back on.
Well-
We'll make Nick sit in the back so he don't fuck the podcast up.
Hey, I'll make sure I stay out the way. But
No,
ultimately,
but
Whitney means in herself, she's more than just a.
God, she's a little bit of everything. She's working her
She's
ass off.
more than a cover band. She's more than a cover artist.
She's an original artist. She's a goddamn solo
And-
monster.
She is the love of my life. I give anything for her.
All right, so
She is a blessing. She is everything that people are looking for an artist. She is a bit of everything that you can look for.
And are
on
you
a
you got
stage
the ring? Are you
presence.
ready?
So what
That's-
what is our celebrity name? Is it a nickname? Have we got
No,
nickname?
hey, all jokes aside, when I saw
Whit Gibbs?
when I
I don't know.
I got to watch both of these artists grow up a little bit and also grow together, which was when I saw them get together at first. I
never foresaw that.
I did.
I
I saw it.
I didn't call.
I
that,
saw that
you know?
Barleycorns. I was like,
Yeah,
uh oh.
really? Yeah.
I was like, uh oh. Look at Nick. Look. And I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like
when
y'all
they got
handled
together-
that real slide,
No, when they
like-
got together, it was just made sense to me, and that you guys are happy.
I thought it was
and
super
that you
cute,
guys,
but I didn't
and
see
that
it
you guys,
coming.
and that you guys
You
are
know?
smart enough to go through loss and go through your grandma and now her dog and like those things together. I'm glad you guys got each other for shit like that.
yeah.
But we have two amazing artists, both local, both original, talented artists here in town that have got a little power couple going. Look at them go. Look at them go.
And before we get out of here, I want you guys to sell these tickets.
Yes.
Make this happen, okay?
So-
we got Haystack coming up.
We got to pay for parking in this shit.
I
Oh,
hope not.
Shut the fuck up right now.
But hey,
Shut the
Hey,
so-
fuck that bitch! Quit selling our parks, and we
Shut
ain't
the fuck
paying.
up.
We ain't
She didn't
paying for
even
the
do it.
parking.
She didn't even do it. That's why we're
Yeah,
not
we-
going to do it.
I'll
right
yell
now.
at that
Go
lady.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Haystack is coming to Barleycorns.
That's a big deal.
$20 per ticket. I'm burped in between that, so
Yeah.
bear with me.
It was
He's
good. It was
he's
good.
getting his air
It
back.
was
He's
good,
getting his
though,
air
yeah.
I
back.
was trying
You
to
didn't
capture it.
advertise
But
that.
Haystack is coming to Barleycorns. Shout out to Deuce Alley Productions for putting me into that.
There you go.
Deuce Alley,
So you get a chance to open for this too.
I do.
Look at Nick Gibbs go, baby.
I'm always moving. I'm always improving. I'm always doing. You know what I'm saying? But I keep it classy, never trashy. But on the basis of Haystack, if you want to go in and check it out here, this is Jelly Roll's OG.
Right.
I've seen videos of Jelly Roll being
Straight up.
freestyling when
them
he had
together.
when he had the braids and Haystack was given the cosign. So $20 per tickets.
Come get you.
Okay.
Come on now. $20 ain't shit.
So go ahead and support a local artist because, of course, I get a cut of every time you guys buy a ticket. Same as Afroman, which we sell that bitch out.
And what's the
Yeah,
date on
right.
this? What's the date on this? Bad
So
boy?
this one's on the 30th of August.
Hey, it's coming up.
Hey, it's
30th
Colorado.
of August,
And that's
my friends.
and what day is that of the week?
I have no fucking
What the
clue.
fuck is the 30th?
It-
Let's everybody grab a phone and figure some shit out.
It's at least a Friday or a Saturday. But more importantly,
30th is a Friday fucking night, baby. Let's go.
it is a Friday
Friday.
night. Get your ass over there. Come support me. Buy a
Who
ticket
else
from
is
me.
anybody else local on the bill?
Well, so there's Antidote. There's Silent Ave. He's from Lawrence, Kansas.
That's local.
all right.
Good for
And
him.
there's some other local artists
Regional,
outside
yeah,
the way.
regional.
But for me in particular, it's from me.
Yeah, let's
If
come
you
on for Nick.
fuck with Nick Gibbs, buy a ticket from Nick Gibbs.
And buy a fucking T-shirt. Right
For-
here. What do we need to put it at?
Put it
Oh,
down.
out of his face. Oh well,
Man,
yeah, he is a handsome
I-
son of a bitch. We'll do it this way. We don't care about these goddamn. We don't care about these videographers. Buy a goddamn ticket. Get
Buy a
30 of these
ticket.
bitches, and buy them from Nick Gibbs too, because he gets a little extra on that. Bad
Yeah,
boy.
please make a cut off of the independent artist who's a starving artist.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm starving.
Hey.
Bro.
Yeah, look, he is.
Hit us up. Hit us up.
This
at the Aaron
motherfucker ain't
Austin Show.
eating weeks. He hasn't eaten in weeks. I don't know his regimen, but it's working for him.
Hit us up at the Aaron Austin Show. We will get you in touch.
We'll get
with
you
Nick,
right. We'll get
and
you right with Nick.
We'll make
Please.
this
Nick
happen,
Nick
bro.
always has great cognac and cigars for us and everything.
Man,
He's
apparently
the
that's the
man.
best.
Shout out to Bottom Betty.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, I'm looking for that cigar sponsorship, so go ahead and
That's
throw
right,
it
that's
up.
right.
for me.
Ooh, dude, let's go to the humidor. I'll get you in there.
Hey, best believe.
Hey,
I've done a commercial
guys.
for him already.
A whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. It's always good to see you.
I know
on-
Jason, the owner of Humidor, motherfucker sponsor.
Let's go, bro.
We'll take that sponsorship.
It's up.